Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a science fiction TV series, Altered Carbon Season 1, Episode 9. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. As the last interstellar warrior in the world, Takeshi is hired by Lawrence, a meth living in the area, to investigate who murdered him. Takeshi hasn't found the murderer yet. Now he frames someone innocent and convinces Lawrence the case is closed under the threat of Takeshi's sister, who is a wealthy woman and has her own business empire. As long as Lawrence buys Takeshi's lies, she can continue her business cooperation with Lawrence. Before, Takeshi adores his sister, but now he despises her for what she did. Takeshi has discovered some new leads recently. He now has a clue of who killed Lawrence at home. The case is getting clear. Takeshi is thinking about how to tell Lawrence the truth and tells him in a proper way. Suddenly, he sees Beauty coming into the hotel, covering a wound in her chest with her hand. It seems that she is injured in the sleeve-making company by the little girl. She staggers towards Takeshi. Takeshi comes up and holds her to a room gently. He carefully washes her and treats her wound. Takeshi suddenly sobers. He realizes something is not right. He grabs the hand of the woman in front of him and asks her where Beauty is. Takeshi and Beauty are companions in misfortune. They know each other very well. From their conversation, Takeshi can tell the woman is not Beauty. Even though she is wearing Beauty's sleeve, her behavior is very strange. Somehow, she reminds him of his sister. It turns out that Beauty was beaten by Takeshi's sister in the company. Takeshi's sister puts her stack into Beauty's sleeve and teases her brother. What Takeshi concerns most is whether his sister has killed Beauty and destroyed her stack. During the fight between Beauty and Takeshi's sister, Beauty killed a dozen of Takeshi's sister's sleeves. Each sleeve is expensive. It costs a fortune to make one clone. Takeshi's sister is very angry. She decides to let Beauty pay for it. She sends the ghost man to kill Beauty's family. Takeshi is shocked to hear that his sister gave such an evil order. He can't understand how his sister has turned into an evil person in hundreds of years. She used to be a kind and pure girl. Takeshi needs to go to Beauty's family's home right away to stop the ghost man. However, he is still too late. The ghost man is a professional hitman, cruel and cold-blooded. It takes him only 10 minutes to kill all Beauty's family members. When Takeshi arrives, what he sees is only dead bodies in a messy house. The ghost man even killed the kids. Takeshi now realizes his sister has changed completely. Since she won't listen to him, he needs to do something to stop her. Takeshi's sister is powerful and wealthy. Even Mets will pay respect to her. It is impossible to teach her a lesson in a direct way. Takeshi finds her sister and tells her that he has been fed up with the life in the United Nations Interstellar Protectorate. He has been worrying too much about Beauty and his sister. Now he is done. He wants to leave all this behind and go on a vacation on an isolated island. Having finished his words, Takeshi leaves his sister and goes straight to his air car, inside which Lauren's wife has been waiting for him. They are going to the island together. Lawrence's wife is attracted to Takeshi. She revealed her interest in him long ago and invited him to enjoy a good time on her private island. Takeshi rejected her before, but now he seems glad to be away with her. It looks like Takeshi has given up revenge and stopping his sister. In fact, Takeshi has a bigger plan. When Takeshi arrived at Beauty's home and saw her family killed by the ghost man, he came up with a brilliant idea. He remembers the 3D printer found in Lauren's son's house. Now Takeshi is using this machine to make a clone of his sleeve. He also copies his stack and puts it into the new sleeve. In this way, there will be two Takeshi that share the same sleeve and memory in the world. Takeshi did this to make his sister believe that he went to the island for a vacation with Lauren's wife. He can only have a chance when his sister lowers her guard. Now Takeshi just needs to go to the Arium to surprise his sister and find evidence of her crime. Then his sister is going to lose all of her power and wealth. Maybe she would realize her mistakes and change herself back to the kind girl in prison. It is an extremely dangerous plan. Takeshi asked all his friends to leave the hotel in case his sister comes after them. He doesn't want them to get involved in this. But his friends, in particular Lizzie's parents, ignore his request. Takeshi saved their lives. They refuse to leave and would like to stay and help Takeshi. Just then, a man walks into the hotel. He is Beauty's colleague and a good friend from the police office. When he learns that Beauty is missing and all her family members are killed, he comes to Takeshi saying that he is willing to offer any help, as long as Takeshi can find and save Beauty. Before Beauty went missing, Beauty asked this colleague to investigate the ghost man. After days of research, he finds that the ghost man spends most of his time in clouds in the Arium, which is a huge satellite built in the Arium and is also a top-class club, providing all sorts of entertainments to meths. The ghost man works for Takeshi's sister. If he spends lots of time there, there is a big chance that Takeshi's sister is also there. Takeshi guesses that this top-class club is Takeshi's sister's real headquarters. There is one problem. Only meths have access to that place. The security there is very tight. The common people can't get in there. Takeshi is thinking about how he can get in there without being discovered. The receptionist of the Raven Hotel comes up with a good idea. The receptionist decides to buy the most expensive package, the Iridium experience for Lizzie's father, and construct his upgraded military identity as a general. The security system of Clouds will identify Lizzie's father as a meth, so he can have access to Clouds. In the meantime, Takeshi is hiding in the boot, watching for his chance to sneak into Clouds after Lizzie's father enters the club. When Lizzie's father is all dressed up, he does look like a general. The security officers regard him as an important customer, leading him all the way into Clouds and introducing him to the services. Most of the rooms here are single rooms. Following the security officers, Lizzie's father comes to a room where a naked blonde girl is sitting in bed, waiting to serve him. It is a special service provided by Clouds that customers can torture girls. The blonde girl opens a suitcase that is full of torturing weapons, such as electric prods and nail guns. Lizzie's father is shocked when the blonde girl presents him with the weapons. What the blonde girl needs to do is to follow the customer's order. The customer can do whatever he wants to her, including killing her. In this cyberpunk world, as long as the stack is not broken, people can come back to life in another sleeve. The girls in Clouds are used to be tortured by these weapons. Facing this silly girl, Lizzie's father becomes emotional. He would never hurt a girl of his daughter's age. Lizzie's father has a mission to complete. To get out of there quickly, he drugs the girl and puts her to sleep, then leaves the room. He goes to the security room to alter the security authority so that Takeshi can enter Clouds. Takeshi gets out of the car boot and rushes to his sister's room at the last second before 8 o'clock. He throws a jammer at her feet. Like Lawrence, Takeshi's sister also has her own satellite. She will periodically upload her memory in her stack to the satellite to make sure she will never be killed. 8 o'clock is the time when she synchronizes her memory. The jammer Takeshi threw at her contains a virus, which is now uploaded to Takeshi's sister's satellite and destroys all of her backup memory on the satellite. If Lizzie's father and Takeshi can destroy her stack now, she will be killed for good. Takeshi's sister panics. She has only one life left. For the first time, she has a fear of death, but Takeshi doesn't want to kill her. She has always been his little sister, no matter what she has done. Takeshi just wants her confession. Takeshi's eyes are installed with a micro camera. If his sister confesses her crime, she will go to prison for over 1,000 years. Takeshi asks her to answer 2 questions: who killed Lawrence and why did the woman fall from the sky? If she refuses to answer, he will shoot her. Takeshi's sister finally tells the truth. Years ago, people started to talk about Act 653. According to this act, victims that die in crimes should be provided with another sleeve to be brought back to life if their stacks are not damaged, so that they can tell the police who killed them. Act 653 is a good policy that protects people's rights. However, Takeshi's sister doesn't like it. For hundreds of years, her business has been involved in crimes. The clinic that provides venue and equipment to torture people is owned by her. This club that allows customers to torture girls is also part of her industry. She has many people's blood on her hands. If all the dead people come back to life, her business will be screwed. So she has to stop Act 653. The only person who has the power to stop an act from being passed is Lawrence. Takeshi's sister did Lauren's wife a big favor before. To return this favor, Lauren's wife agreed to apply a filter on her lips and kissed Lawrence. The filter is super powerful. When the filter had kicked in, Lawrence went to Clouds to indulge his beastly desires. Takeshi's sister knows that Lawrence has a fetish for blonde girls and likes torturing them during sex. So Takeshi's sister arranged 2 girls for him this time. As she planned, Lawrence went crazy. He throttled one girl and destroyed her stack. The other girl was scared and escaped the room, but she was caught by Takeshi's sister. The girl had no choice. She ran to the roof and jumped. She thought she might have a chance to live. The girl's stack wasn't broken from falling from the sky. If the police could put the stack into another sleeve and brought her back to life, she could tell the police what had happened. She didn't expect Takeshi's sister could be so powerful that she changed the girl's information when she hired her. Takeshi's sister changed the girl's religion into Christianity. In this way, the police couldn't bring her back to life because of her religion. Riker was framed and put into prison because he insisted on investigating the case. Takeshi's sister did this to make sure Lawrence killed someone in Clouds so that he would be in the same boat as her. In the end, Act 653 didn't pass under Lawrence's influence. Later, Lawrence felt wronged and angry, so he shot himself at home. Like other nobles, the Lawrence is not a good person. He has a bottom line. He likes to torture girls in clubs, but he never really killed anyone. Sometimes if he damaged the girl's sleeve, he would buy her a new one. But this time, he killed a girl during sex. He felt deeply ashamed. He wanted to forget this experience, so he decided to shot his stack before he uploaded his memory to the satellite. That's why he lost 48 hours of memory and didn't remember he killed someone. While Takeshi's sister is telling the details of her crime, the ghost man suddenly comes in with several men and brings Takeshi and Lizzie's father under control. This is Angry Mustache Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your fun for today.